map. Will they get that one chicken dinner this time, or it will be taken by other teams, or even Secret get themselves two chicken dinner in a row? We can have never that predictions going. You can go more wild than that for the underdogs and whatsoever. But the map itself is a little bit skewed toward the western side of it, and it's gonna be from shooting range down to Sonovska. So I don't think you the gang having a problem to go down to Savani. Well, Net Brotherhood and maybe Bigatron have to bump into each other on when they are airborne to hover around the place that they will actually drop by later on.
Yep, my eyes are on Bapa as well because they favor Milta power, but it's going to be quite a distance for them. They may drop somewhere in between, not too sure yet. They are still traveling though, and the circle, well, okay, it's a pretty similar circle like what we saw in the scrim match as well. So, okay, it's a kind circle again. The circle god have been generally kind today. So, well, it's still a lot of games to go until I get happy with my circles.
And now we're looking at our King of Pachinki is untouchable for now. That boosts a lot of their morale for Team Secret for that first chicken dinner. But can they hold on to this compound? We're not sure. Rosehawk occupied by none other than X6 and PX. Okay, Xs. We have a lot to say about this team. They have been improving and growing exponentially for the final week during the regular season. So can they keep the momentum there? They had a bit of a rest there for a week, if I'm not mistaken. But when it comes to grand finals, the pressure is a little bit more than usual.
Yes, we do see that even from game one as well. Appy making himself into the one of the kill leaders for that game. So they are showing signs of challenging for this. So we need a couple more games just to form our opinion a little bit better. And of course, for those of you who missed the earlier game, you can see here on screen right now, Team Secret got the first chicken dinner in Miramar. Where have you been, ladies and gentlemen? Lots of action here happening in first game. So we expect that to continue throughout the day and throughout the next 3 days of this tournament as well. So make sure you guys be around. Don't want to miss anything.
That's kind of true. The moment you miss, it will be forever gone. We're talking about grand finals here, no more repeats or whatsoever. But the circle is kind of interesting to watch. All lands here been touched by the circle, including the north and the south for a bit. So it's kind of unpredictable. If the circle will deceive the players, sometimes they just have to skew down there for no reason. We're talking about Evo's VIP hovering around school, but will they rotate going through Secret, which gonna hold Pachinki for now? But at the same time, looking at ESG right smack in the middle of, if I'm not mistaken, that's just around the corner of Gaka. And Milta Power already moving around Bapa. Are they just starting to move around Milta Power there? Because it's kind of late for them. And apparently they will take options for the late rotation based on how the directions they are going. Resurgence will go around Prison or Mansion, while Avi got himself quite comfortable around Yasnaya Polyana.
It's interesting play from Bapa. They are going for Milta Power though, and definitely that means that they're going to rotate late in the circle. It's a different strategy that we have seen in the league. Normally, we do see them getting into the middle of the circle, at least like in week 1, week 2, where they were most successful at. So they sort of switch up their strategies right now. Probably it's just also to like, okay, because our kind of rotation is already predictable, so they want to do something different now. So they're doing the opposite, which is people may not expect them to do. Now, most teams, they are in the circle though, but as Chuchu said, it could go south. So anything could happen there. Maybe a last bridge fight there, which would be, I'll be happy with that.
It's still really vacant when it comes to coming out from the top or the northern side of the circle. There's not many teams going around there. It's always around, coming from the southern or even the east or west. Usually the west would be most occupied, but on Erangel, it's kind of on towards the eastern side more than the west here. But at the same time, we've questioned this before in the league. Is it better to play inner circle or outer circle when it comes to a very decent map like 8x8 kilometers with 16 towns and also very balanced ratio of water and land? Erangel, is it better to play inner or outer this one, Cloud?
It's a tough call though, but I think that the theory is that if it's a bigger map where you have bigger land, bigger circle, it's better to play from the outside because you won't bump into each other as easy as compared to a smaller map like Sandhook, where if the circle happens, your left and right would likely be more visible. So my theory is that if it's a bigger map, bigger circle, play on the outside. If it's a smaller map, small circle, play on the inside.
Well, I gotta have to say it depends on how many teams inside of a circle at the same time, because you've seen it before. The ones that actually get gatekeep is not having fun. But if you have too many people already right smack in the middle of circle, you won't be surviving way too long, because we're talking about have to reset and replenish yourself, and then also taking after war, then another, keep on bumping into a team for the next couple of seconds. We're not talking about minutes here because it's always a third party around the corner. But Dingoz, this is one of the teams that always surprises us sometime around Gatkar region on the outskirts of it, probably hovering around outskirts of hospital as well, but they are actually right smack in the middle of a circle for now, almost close to the middle of a circle. But do they need to actually loot more or leave the position that they are at the moment?
They definitely need to loot more, I think, because because of course this is the grand finals though. You need to have as much utility as you can as you want to go towards the inner circle or fight towards the later part of the circle. And normally in this sort of map, towards the later part of the circle, it's hard to have anything, and it could possibly be an open map as well, basing on that large circle. But of course, we know as the circle closes in, it's a tough call. But I think if I were the teams, I'll focus on looting a little bit more. What do you think, Chuchu?
Sometimes it's all down to luck, you know. Sometimes you just happen to drop next to another team that you don't want to fight against. And at this point, it's hard to read the rotation from the other teams. You're talking about getting grand finals in their hands there. It's not the same as the league anymore, where everybody bring all their trump cards, bring all their best plays up here. Everybody actually step up their games, and probably some of them not even having the same drop points like they used to in the league there, and try to challenge all the teams and making a disturbance for them when they can peacefully just loot things out. So it's hard to say for now. We're gonna have to wait to see at the end of the day today to see who actually marked their territories right on top. But we heard a couple of taps here coming from Agae, Team No Rico, who's hovering around that UAZ. If I'm not mistaken, this Net Brother just arrived.
And yes, that's Net Brotherhood indeed. So Aga being the scout here, he knows where Net is. Net is being a little bit more cautious now. Now there are a couple of shots onto their side. They just crossed the bridge onto the main island. So they need to be careful of any bridge capping. Not really a big bridge cap nearby Aga, but then again, those couple of shots fired out does give a warning towards the side of Net Brotherhood. We do see here Luxy. Looks like he's trying to find a different location for them to rotate. Now, the circle is going a little bit south here. Still a good amount of land, but that little bit of hope for water bridge fight is still there for me. I'm still crossing my fingers for some excitement.
That's what I said about this circle. Sometimes it's so unpredictable and deceiving at the same time, making it so hard for the players to actually and understand how the pattern will be. Sometimes we're having a hard time to predict that one now too, because like I said before, it covers it touches all the lands that it can just now for the first circle, and it does look like got caught in between, like smack in the middle. But at the same time, it's a tough call when that happens to be a scammer circle for most of the players out there.
Yeah, it could be as well. So, well, yeah, the circle is really something that's really, really hard to predict. But what we can sort of predict is that, okay, these teams are actually camping right here. Axis and PX, they do know that Team Secret just passed by them, but yet they still hold on to this compound for now. But looks like they may make a rotation because they do have full vehicles on their side. But now they're playing this again very cautiously. Everyone is still in the game. 64 alive, 16 teams intact, so no big moves yet.
Everybody playing super cautious. We're talking about the Great Migration. It usually happens at the fourth phase or the fourth circle, where everybody will force themselves to squeeze and bump into each other. No matter how they try to run away, it will not be avoidable for them to actually see each other. But already start engagement here. EVOS VIP against Team No Recall across that map. Kind of a bold move coming from the EVOS VIP engagement there.
Yep, and we do see here, looks like EVOS VIP, they still have 3 team members in one car. And well, we do know what happens if you have a lot of team members in a single vehicle. Hashtag qualifiers, but okay, hope that doesn't happen to EVOS VIP. I'm sure they're trying to get another vehicle, but oh, there you go. Choo Choo almost got excited there with that car flip, but no, not a total flip there. Just a little bit, just a little bit.
Oh, that's really close. You don't want to flip right in front who's actually just trying to get that crosshair on you, knocking yourself down. So that's actually an extra lucky kill if they manage to get that one. That car flip really matters. We're not even playing in Miramar, so Wrangle terrain is not that hard when it comes to taking a ride or a cruise on that cause. But back to Team Secret here, they got themselves one chicken dinner. Are they trying to get one more here? Yuhai happens to actually going with BBU to tunneling them down on Expert MY, who got knocked into a tree.
And now looks like Team Secret, they do know someone is across them. Expert MY, looks like they will flee this. No, they're not going to take those early fights, but EVOS VIP, they just crossed by them. EVOS VIP, of course, not going to make any engagement. Blueview just having sight, trying to get sight on other teams there, but okay, eye shots with the long range shot. Okay, good thing. They still, okay, no car explosion. It's going to be really difficult if any explosion happened there because, well, it's out in the open. Everyone will be alerted, so you don't want to have that happen. Now the taps on from the side of Team Secret. Looks like they know someone is do know. Oh, okay, and now the circle looks like it will be 100% land there. And there goes my hopes and dreams for a bridge or any water fight.
Dream on, bro. That's not gonna happen. I don't want to trust Circle to end up everybody swimming as swimming ducks, waiting to be fished out by the teams there. But it's still an interesting circle to work with. Right out the outskirts of Kaka still. Team Secret already tried to pop that smoke. They get themselves a little bit of cover to revive their teammates. BB already down as one of the anchors of the team, and the support he needs to be revived back up because they know they need their firepower no matter how many teams they're fighting against. It was VIP actually holding to that compound for themselves. They kind of get the idea there's whole full squad of Team Secret right across there, but there's also another team, if I'm not mistaken, just behind them. They cannot be, too focused on just Team Secret for EVOS VIP and also vice versa, because ESG will try to take the opportunity as a third party carry on.
Oh yeah, we have seen that amount of third party happening throughout the league, so it's going to be tricky if anyone's actually overlooking you. And now Bapa looks like they will relocate themselves into somewhere in an open field right here. They do only have this one small structure here, which you don't want to stay here for too long, but then again, they could be in the middle of the circle. Now Bapa are trying to sense out if anyone is close by. And yes, we do see on the middle in the mini map that there are 2 teams and they are smack in the middle, a sandwich situation here, but still far enough apart. So okay, everyone's still okay for now, but the circle is closing in, so some migration will start to happen from these teams.
Oh, there you go. Already pre-fires at that, but will they connect that shots out? Fredo kind of far apart from the rest of the team here. They kind of try to figure things out for Mamparang and Jumper, and also Drax how to reach out to Fredo. At the same time, they can go for command and conquer and divide their positioning, going around the corners for none other than Team FFV, unbeatable for across that map. We're talking of which, you guys talk about how FV when it comes to CQC the day before, right, Cloud?
Yeah, FV when it comes to CQC, well, they've been a little bit of a struggle, I think. Of course, with their new lineup, they've been better, but well, now we are against Yudu Gang, who is also very strong when it comes to CQC. So it will be interesting to see. And Yudu Gang, one thing that they're good at doing is that they're good at opening up flanks as well. So if you are all stuck like what we can see here on the minimap, all 4 of them in one structure, if Yudu Gang just like go for the flank, they could be struck in that one little circle and it will be easy for people like Fredo to just throw grenades in and flush them out.
And now Dingoz. That's a vast field of emptiness there in between them for team none other than Expert MY. Just across there. At the same time, Expert MY got themselves that loot just right in front of them for the airdrop. Happens to be favoring them, but they cannot get that loot. It's so risky. We're talking about open field here. Every angle can be aimed down to Expert MY, but Net Brother coming out now, marching into the circle. Everybody try to get themselves into the 4th place. We're talking about still 16 teams intact, while everybody are forced to sharing the same small circle right smack in the middle of open field, just at Car region.
Bapa Eye as well. They are in the open field though. They do have 2 team members on this one vehicle. Same goes for the other vehicle. So they only have 2 vehicles, but they are moving just small steps by small steps here, we can see here. But look at this ESG. They have Geek Fam to deal with. On one side, Pamburu try to help his friend there, but Bravo looks like he'll be sent back to the lobby by Drax. Oh, Drax with the kill still from another angle there. Beautiful play by Drax, getting a 1 point for his team. 4-2-0. Looks like trying to find a good angle there, but the smokes just ain't helping.
And now we're hovering around Geek Fam trying to fight against there's Dingoz, ASG, lots of other fighting against each other, and also Geek Fam. None of them are actually inside of the circle. We talked about this before. You don't want to overstay yourself way too much when actually trying to engage in the fight. Every teams are being forced to get themselves into that circle, and that just make them really desperate to get right smack in the middle, which Expert in MY already taking that compound so far.
Yep, and now move. Oh, looks like 4-2-0. He's in trouble now. Damn rude. We need to save him. But then again, looks like they are in between multiple teams here. Not a good position for Geek Fam to be in. Fredo is just across them. QB has eyes on Fredo, but Fredo has a little bit of a cover that the smokes will continue to back up Fredo, and QB will have his energy drink because they need to get ready. This is where everything will get hot.
This is beyond hot. This is just burning hell for most of the players. Look at that. That Nate really clipped a lot of eye shots just now. Half HP gone. He's trying to loot himself, but at the same time got punished for it. We're talking about so many teams in between. You do Jumper happen to be stuck in between Team Secret and Get QB there. Lots of other will want a bit of that pie too. They want to join in the party and join in the fray, hovering around on the west side of the rims of the circle. We're talking about 4 to 5 teams there trying to squeeze themselves, pincering each other to get at the middle of it.
Oh man, it is still 16 teams, and Jumper is the only one left for Yudu Gang. And now moving over to Team No Recall, they have Bigatron to deal with these 2 teams. They are really strong when it comes to close quarters combat, but Bigatron looks like they've been pinned down inside the warehouse. Sinbi trying to flush it out. Oh, look, check this out. A grenade from Hydra onto himself. Not sure what happened there, but Sinbi trying to find a good angle, and now Insomnia's managed to knock out Rocky, and now Stewart as well taking out Charlie, and now it's falling apart for Bigatron, and looks like they are losing this fight right now against Team No Recon. Not looking good for them. Hydra have been taken out by Stewart 9K, and Stewart 9K, they are now in the warehouse. They have taken over this compound. Boyka seems to have survived that onslaught.
But at the same time, the circle favors nobody than Papa, who happens to be inside. We just see how the circle shifted suddenly just now. But at the same time, FV is playing and tanking too much into the blue. Boyka, like you said, the only person left for the team. There's a lot of responsibility coming out from the coach and also the captain for the team here. How he actually get out from this really open field. There's not much cover to play with. There's not much even trees or stones in between, while you do Jumper hovering around QB, who's running already, trying to move himself into that safe zone.
Oh, Jumper will set up everything for now. Just going for positioning. And looks like we are now down to 15 teams. One team have bowed out there. And now Net Brotherhood has eyes on Bapa. Bapa again being picked up by Atai 10K. Looks like he's been knocked down from another angle there. Beautiful play by Trix Niti, actually taking out Atai 10K. And now he needs help from his teammates. Not going to be easy for them because the crosshairs are on their side. And now moving on to the Dingoz, they do have visitors. Last survivor Ziggs is coming into the circle and is close by with Sand. Sand probably knows that and now he's prepping up the grenade. We'll toss it out onto the side of Ziggs, but will it connect? It's going to be trickier because Ziggs is behind the building.
They have visitors. It's kind of unwanted, uninvited at this point. Look at that, already spraying over. And we have Dingoz Sun on M416 at the same time. Maisel hovering around the side. Resurgence Voki trying to take down Team No Recall right in front. But I managed to get that one out. They are trying to steal the kill amongst each other here. And Team No Recall really having a tough spot. Who happens to be the center of the focus of everybody else, while Evo taking down on Team Secret Expert. Am I going for Gate QB? Resurgence Y2K making a move. They are hovering around Tara at the same time. But again, the rest of Team Noriko can take a little bit of breath for the moment. But Evo's landed those nades on Team Secret. What just happened to them?
Oh yeah, what just happened to the Team Secret? Looks like it's an early. It could be an early bow out for Team Secret in this map, unfortunately. And now, just looking over at Resurgence, they do have the circle on their favor for now, but it is a very open position that they are at. Not much they can do for now, but look at this. Oh, that long shot by Trixie again, dropping out one team member. Team No Recall Insomnus now looks like he's been knocked out as well, and the captain will need to come and save them. Team No Recall, they can't advance further for now.
Oh, look at that circle. Expert and Y is holding it again. The rest of the team will force themselves to fight each other out first before they can advance into the Dingoz. Managed to take down on Tara Wankorn just now. And Exist is also uncontested to get that circle. Same goes for Evo's VIP, while the rest of them have to go against a big wrestling match. We're talking about exchanging and expiring bullets all over the place. Iron Pro spraying out on Dingoz. It's a beautiful spray, but it just kind of hard to wipe everybody out at this point. Resurgence try to reposition themselves while Tara have to revive one of their team members. Dingo still managed to give a lot of firepower while the rest of the team are going at it just at the outside of the circle. The ones that are already inside will gatekeep them, making sure they will deny their entrance there.
Yes, denying the entrance now will be the strategy of these couple of teams, but looks like Resurgence, they are not in a good position. Insomnus managed to get that knocked out of one. And now Resurgence are having a tough time trying to get into the circle. So now it's not going to be easy for them. Team No Recall though, they still have 4 team members in that, although they got a couple of knocks earlier on, but they are in the circle somehow. Oh my goodness, how more open can the circle get? A still one! Looks like the close quarters combat. He managed to get knocked out, but then again, he still survived. His good backup from his teammates. They will continue on with the revive.
But jumping over there, we're gonna have only 6 teams left. Dingoz having all 4 men well and alive. What I expect, and when with the micro managed to take down on Team No Recall, Simbi returned that favor. At the same time, Lord is also down. Dingoz getting so many kills on that side, multiple kills, and multiple teams will be falling onto their hands. The Evos, on the other hand, don't have that much vegetation to work with, except for the couple of crates that's right in front of them. And this is the land that you don't want to be in for Evos back. It's so hard to play. Only haystacks there for them to cover with. We're down to top 5, 16 alive. Evos ready, managed to get down on Axis. MP is down. Couple of teams from Dingoz will try to get that kill as well. They're going for Team No Recall there, while Axis 2 occupied to fight against Evos. We're looking at one more team who happens to be Yudu Gang, slowly creeping in silently from the side.
Oh man, this terrain is just so tough. It doesn't favor anyone at all. It's just so tricky. They are all in the circle though, but as the circle closes in, as we see the next circle, it's definitely going to be really tough. This terrain is just not good. Razor is trying to spray a couple of shots there. Does connect a little bit on the side of Dingoz, but no big knock yet. Uza is being sent back to the lobby. Unfortunately, he will guide his team through another view angle.
Well, Evos actually come back from the dead. We're talking about Evos, who is desperate and struggling when it comes to making the team work. But Jumper, he is being very patient. He wants to stand down for the fights for now. It's really lack in terms of manpower, firing power, and look at all the other teams. They have at least 3 to 4 people there. Same goes for Evil's VIP. Apparently, they are really down to only one man here. Jumper trying to play the Nate game with really low utility wise. The rest of the things that he have to suffer, he even dropped his inventory back, making sure that he's not been discovered by the rest of the team who is bailing themselves out to get that spot. But EVO's VIP still have a lot of people on this side. Sorry for that, but apparently the only one have to fight solo is none other than Jumper. Have to stay solo all the way.
Now looking good for Jumper though, so he is taking out all the fights now. Nuck is just spraying everywhere because this week, but he has Achilles suit. I'm not sure how good Achilles suit would be at this sort of terrain. It's gonna be a little bit tough to tell. But Ikuda looks like the short range kill there by Stewart, taking out Ikuda. That is beautiful play indeed by Stewart. And now Axis and PX, they need to play on without Ikuda. Ikuda is knocked down though. Chick will need to heal up himself. Nuck is still hanging on to this area. They are in the circle though.
Mark already gave himself some energy drink, but at the same time, how he want to advance with this fight is another bigger question. We're talking about really open field there because there's not much to work on except for some couple of vegetation for most of the team. But the circle is closing in really small and now slowly creeping in with a gill suit. It really helps him to blend with the ground so far. But Evos, we're looking at Yudu still holding on to that last few phases of circle. Dingoz kind of clump up in between there. We have to wait and see, will they take up the opportunity for Jumper, the only man survive.
But will that be for long? Because now he's taking a couple of shots there. Half life, and now a little bit more, 20%, but then he will be taken out by the side of Kratos from Dingoz. And now Kratos, top 2 teams together with EVO's VIP, who will be the next chicken dinner winner. Revive does go out for the side of Kratos. They need to heal up. They need to reset themselves quickly because EVO's VIP is closing in for the first AK will be popped out. Jazz will need to try to find a good angle there. EVO's VIP, they do have 3 team members and they are okay in terms of their health. And now they need to slowly move on, try to find a good angle. It's not going to be easy with all this vegetation, but they will advance.
Yeah, but it's down to 3v4 here. We're talking about Evil's VIP, which remembers on the side of Dingo still have 4 men. They have advantage, but at the same time, it's a very big open field that they're trying to alternate. Raining off, showering the bullets has happened, and that's even Molotov in between, but now it's against the odd now. Evil's VIP is so close to get that chicken dinner, but it's not working out well. Dingo's getting that chicken dinner for today. It's gonna be a wrangle with a taste of Dingoz on that side. That's a really good teamwork coming up from Dingoz MZ, getting themselves at that number 1. Never feel better, but Evil's VIP worked themselves quite a lot here, making sure they got themselves at top 2.